Happy New Year, guys. It's been an interesting 2021 so far. It was a really rough 2020, if you'd agree with me. But thank God, we are alive. We are doing fine. I hope you're keeping safe. Um, I'm excited to see what 2021 offers and bring to us. We've been asked not to talk about anything that we expect of the year. Let's just leave it and hope it gets better. It's so exciting to be seeing y'all's beautiful faces behind the camera. Uh, Assuming you're wondering if I can see you, but I'm assuming you are behind the camera. So yes, of course, I can see your beautiful face. Right. So in this video, I am going to be reviewing one of the latest wedding film that I just posted on my Instagram. And if you don't follow my Instagram, I highly suggest you do, because I'm going to be dropping more content this year. So this is one of the most requested topics that I keep getting in my DMs and in my emails, talking about me reviewing or sharing more knowledge about how I approach my wedding film edits. And I thought it was an interesting question over the years. So this is me coming together to share my tips and tricks and reviewing one of the latest wedding that I posted on Instagram. Without wasting too much of your time, I'm just going to jump right on the computer and then show you how I do these things. So I think I'm just going to open up my drive first. This particular wedding I'm showing you is Bolu Tife and Yemi, which was a really, very interesting wedding shot in the beautiful city of Ilorin. So it was a 2-day wedding. We had a trad and a white. So I'm going to be showing you the white. It was the white that I posted on Instagram. It was shot on Canon systems. This particular one was on EOS R, a beautiful, fantastic camera. Everybody kind of know that I'm a Canon shooter. Anyway, it was a 3 camera, and I had the privilege of shooting this wedding alongside my very long time friend. His name is Sugo. He's an amazing wedding filmmaker. I think y'all can check him out. It was a beautiful time shooting with him again, and we shot on 3 cameras, like I said before. So this is it right here, camera 1, camera 3, and the gimbal, and then this is the audio. I'm going to be sharing more tips and tricks. I think you should watch to the end of the video. There's an exciting news. So without wasting too much of your time, I'm going to jump right into my NLE, which is Final Cut. So this is like a comprehensive all-out tutorial of using Final Cut. I think you do pretty well if you use another software or any other software really. But this is just my own comfortable software that I use, which is Final Cut. So I already created the library Tifemi, which I think is the hashtag. I'm not really sure. But yeah, let's pull that up. Just before we jump right into it, I just think I need to put out this disclaimer. This is me in no way saying I'm the best editor there is. I am in no way perfect, but I'm just willing to share my few tips and tricks of how I approach my wedding film, just so maybe somebody can learn from it. I'm going to save you the stress of going through song licensing and song selection and all of those things. I think I'm going to pretty much cover those in my next video. For this particular one, I licensed the music from Music Bed, which is my favorite of all time. I have some other subscriptions on other music licensing platform, but for weddings and pretty much most of my content, I prefer to use Music Bed because the music are just like cinematic and very, they are made for these things. This song is already downloaded, and I kind of like did a tweak in the song. I think the song is lengthy. I'm not sure. I think it's like 5 minutes thereabout. But I knew I wanted to do like something under 3 minutes, really, just a teaser, a trailer, or however you want to call it, highlight or whatever. So yeah, I knew I wanted to do something really short. So I'd already tweaked the song to fit. For every song, they kind of like have the beginning, the chorus, the interlude, the first verse, second verse. I think you need to understand structure, how music are constructed technically. And I think still on the music topic, it's very important that you know the time signature of your song that you're using. It helps a lot. oftentimes most songs that we use are in between 4/4s, oftentimes actually 4/4s, which is 1 2 3 4 1 2. You don't have to stress yourself if you don't know about music theory and whatnot. There are a bunch of songs with different time signature. We have the 4/4, we have the 3/4, we have the 6/8, and some other complicated the second note and all of those things. So it's okay if you don't understand it. But yeah, oftentimes every song can almost fall under 4/4 if you know your countings. By this counting, it makes you understand how to place your chord on a beat, and even makes it a lot easier to maybe where and when to cut a song and blend the song in. It helps a lot. So on a typical edit that I do, I usually would mark my song. Maybe in another video I'll share how I typically, but this is just like a rushed edit. This is not my proper way of editing. I just thought to share. I already know my onions, I know my software, I know what I shot, and it was just a seamless and straightforward edit. But I still hope that somebody is able to pick up something from this. So right, like every other film, for me, I think establishers are a fantastic way of opening a film. Establishers could be a drone shot of a particular space that you're in, of a city, of a place, of whatever, and it could be just you setting the location that you're in. For me, I don't personally like drones for a lot of reasons, so I just really depend on very decent establishers, which, if you'd agree with me, looks beautiful in this case. So yeah, this is our first film.
On this very day, I'm the happiest to be starting with you in front of our families and friends, beginning the rest of our lives.
Like you've seen, this is the opening, which is a very beautiful establishment of the hotel. Very gorgeous hotel with a lot of landscape and beautiful scenery. And then we see Mr. Yemi, who is the groom, walking down to grab a seat to write his vows. Right, I knew I wanted to record his vows, and coincidentally I had two people walking in. They thought they were going to disturb me, but I quickly saw the reflection in the mirror, and I quickly grabbed the shot. And if you agree with me, I think it's beautiful. Right, so moving on, I did also an insert. So I think it's also fantastic to shoot like an editor, right? There's something we call sequence, which every of my shooter understands, which is technically shooting like a lot of coverage. So you shoot like there are multiple cameras in there. That's like the simplest term to go about it. So this was just me. I did a wide, and this is a trick right here. Also a trick for a fantastic editor, which is time. You always have to be time cautious and know when to cut. So if you look at this particular shot, you can see this is his leg almost touching his knee, and then I cut into an insert that is a continuation of the previous shot. Something very simple. I think I'm a very, very simple person. I don't like to complicate things a lot. So this is me just using the simplest form of camera shot and the simplest cut to make a beautiful film. At the end of the day, I don't want anything to distract the ultimate goal, which is this story, the love story of these two people who can't seem to get enough of each other, right? So yeah, so this is me just shooting sequence and cutting sequence of him writing his vows and then his promises, and love is a beautiful thing, right? So moving on from there,
beginning the rest of our lives.
So this shot introduces the bride side. I think this is almost 20 seconds or so. I thought it was a nice time to bring in the bride. So I shot the bridal prep as well, the bride's prep. So I started with the shoe. For me, so the bride is a very simple person. She's beautiful, she's calm, she's soft, she's just beautiful. So yeah, I thought to approach, which is also a guide to my edit. Oftentimes I usually would study the kind of people the couple are, so which will determine the kind of edit I'm going to, or how I'm going to approach my edit. So if they are the kind of fun, happy, vibey couple, I tend to go towards vibey edit. But if they're like this soft, calm, low end type people, I'd approach it as such. Which is an extension of how I shot the prep and everything. So it's like just gently soft static shots, and this is the bridal side of the.
Thank you for defining love for me in the purest.
And this ring shot is just something very simple. I think anybody can do it, but I thought it was just beautiful.
Thank you for defining love for me in the purest form. Thank you for introducing me to the love.
So Ugo was with the groom. I was with the bride. So these are all Ugo's shots, and I think he did amazingly using window lights. I think that's one of the greatest cheats for a wedding filmmaker, really. Yeah.
Love of God. Thank you for accepting to be the vessel for my encounter.
So yeah, this is me coming back to the bride. So I did like I said, sequence, like I had to do a wide shot of the makeup artist, and then during that I actually pulled them close to the window so I could get like a very, very beautiful fall of the light from the window to get like a soft, clean picture. If you agree with me, which is this one. It's like extremely beautiful. This is not even color. This is directly from the camera. So yeah.
To be the vessel for my encounter with God. I promise to love you with the love of God. I promise to be there for you. I promise to be there with you until our last breath. I love you.
So what I technically did here was to just pass around bridal and the bride getting ready, which is makeup artist. Did a close up of the makeup artist as well, and did an insert of the bride smiling. This was shot on 100 mm. If you agree with me, it's a beautiful shot. And also this is just the final touch on the bride, yeah, which is the spray. I don't know what they spray, but really. And then this is also another low angle shot to get the mist in the atmosphere. It's another interesting. The room was quite small but beautiful. The way it was decorated was really nice, so I had to place the bride in there to quickly grab a shot of her talking on the phone or something. So yeah, which leads us to we almost get into the peak of the song, which is like the first big moment. Big moments are very essential, like very crucial in wedding edits. So big moments would typically be the first kiss, the first dance, the first look, or something bang, maybe intro to your first look, which in this case is what I did. So if you count with me,
I promise to be there with you until our last breath.
So the big bang is coming. So the big bang is where I introduced a very, very beautiful mad wide shot of the groom walking upstairs. I'd already seen this shot earlier in the day. I took it with my phone, and I knew I wanted to place them there to have the first look. So pretty much another sequence of him walking to get ready to see his bride for the first time. A lot of misconception about first look. I think I'm going to address that in another video. Like I said, it's going to be a lot of content driven year, right? So I'm going to be dropping a lot of more videos on weddings, yeah. So yeah, moving back.
Adeyemi, do you take Boluwatife as your wife, to love her, to protect her, and care for her the rest of your lives?
Yes, I do.
Hallelujah.
Right, so that's another big moment right there, the bang of the song. Those are like my secret cheats, what I do. You just don't know what it does, but at the end of the day, you are just wondering what's that fantastic thing that keeps me, glued to this beautiful edit or video or whatever it is. So those bang moment is when I drop my banger shots or big moment, like I said. So this second, remember the first one was the groom going to the first look. The second one now is the bride coming walking up the staircase to meet with the groom, and it's such a beautiful composition. I shot this on a gimbal, doing like a pushing to do like a reveal of the beautiful dress the bride was wearing. And something interesting about this dress was made by the bride, and I thought it was beautiful. yeah, so these are just like sequences of, the first look, the bride walking down, um the bride coming up, a white shot, showing also the beautiful city of Ilorin. It was a sunny day, the sky is just amazing. So I thought to incorporate all of those things into the video. So yeah, this is another camera angle. And then I did the close up on the gimbal walking with the bride. So this I think was a two take. Oftentimes there's no time to repeat these things two times. So the first one is genuine. The second is when we start staging. This is the second take, by the way, on the gimbal. So yeah, I just have a smile, and then have the touch, and then it's usually really great to get the reaction of the groom, which in this case he said a lot of things I could have used. He said, "I'm really glad that I allowed you make the dress," which I thought was interesting, but I just thought to keep those for another edit.
It's amazing.
So this is another glam, beautiful, grand shot that I already, when I was doing like a location scout, see places to work with. Earlier in the day, I had already seen this place with my, I already seen this place and I took the picture with my phone and I knew I wanted them to be there and do like a wide, long shot. Yeah, this video I think is just a bunch of beautiful imagery, beautiful frames that you can, pull from. And then this is Ugo playing with the guys, and this is me playing with the, just having a girl time. Every girl likes to feel pretty. For this particular shot, it was all Ugo. This is all Ugo, and I think he did beautifully well. These shots are really glam and amazing. So yeah, this is us moving because of the time was really small. It was going to be a 2 minute thereabout edit, and I needed to get all of this out of the way. Like all the activities from the wedding needed to fit in, so I quickly jumped into the first dance, which is another big moment too. The first dance, which is, I shot this using the crystal to cover up a lot of things. So yeah, this particular one is me trying to use a fantastic speech by the, I think it was the best man. It was so touching, and I thought to put it, I had to actually cut a lot down because it said a lot of beautiful things I could have used for the edit. But then because of the time and the film is almost ending, I thought to just cut the best part and then keep the other ones in check. Yeah.
As you embark on this journey called marriage, I draw on the blessings of 1 Corinthians 13 over the both of you. May your marriage stand the test of time. May friendship take over where love lacks. And may your children find family in friendship as ours are. And may you both live happily and successfully ever after. I love you both.
So what I did here is unusual, because then you would expect that after all he's talking about prayers and what to wish for them in marriage, which will typically be me showing a shot of the couple together having like a nice moment. In actual sense, would maybe be like a portrait session of the couple, but I thought to tweak it. I had people dancing, people enjoying themselves, which signifies family, friendship, having fun, just really having a good time and being excited for their friend or getting married, And I thought to put it there, and then I closed it with a shot of the best man talking, and then the hugs after, and then the tears, and I thought to end it with a banger shot, which I wanted something different for the last note of the do. I wanted I wanted something different. It would have been a nice shot. I have a couple of these beautiful beautiful shots that I did of them, but I thought I wanted something different, and this shot was just too amazing. It was shot by Ugo. there's a lot of things going on: the sky, the tree, the silhouette, the sun piercing into the tree, the reflection of the sunset on the water was really beautiful too. And then I just added the name.
And may you both live happily and successfully ever after. I love you both.
Yeah. And then we have a Timmy Davis film. Yeah. So yeah, this brings us to the end of the edit session, which I thought was beautiful. I hope you're able to get something out of it. This is in no way a comprehensive video about how I typically approach my edits, but I think you're able to get some, a few tips and tricks that you can use to, cut a beautiful film. I don't think I do anything gang. It's just like a simple cut, piece the video together. These shots are already fantastic, so it's just me, knowing where to put what and when, I hope you're able to get some few tips and tricks. So the exciting news I was telling you about earlier in the video is that finally, for the longest time, I am having my masterclass. This is something I've always wanted to do for the past 3 years, but due to a lot of reasons, I haven't been able to. Actually, this is like the longest I've been in the country, which is, I don't know if it's sad or exciting. But yeah, I'm finally putting the masterclass together, and it's going to be extremely comprehensive, talking about how I shoot a wedding. So you see a behind the scene of me shooting a wedding, how I approach my vows, my first look, lasting with bridal train and everything, like camera, the gear, everything that I do, everything that I shoot with, how I approach everything A to Z. It promises to be interesting, and I can tell you it's not going to be cheap, although it's going to be affordable, but it's not going to be cheap. So I'm looking forward to that. We should start production in the soonest of time, and I hope by the grace of God we roll this out in the soonest of time. So yeah, just be on the lookout, and I'll be sharing also more videos in the nearest future. I'll be able to get something from it. If you do like this video, please consider subscribing and also follow me on Instagram. I would like to see what you learned from this video in the comment section. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a beautiful year, and see you in the next one. Peace.